Hi everybody, Jim Bronke here for another edition of Trader Talk. It's April, whatever it is, April 23rd, and it's 12:14. And I just want to give my friends an idea of just what to look for, what to think about when you trade the market a lot, using the tricks that I can tell you. So, I'm not going to tell you to buy any stocks today. None of what I say should be construed as a buy order. It is not. I did exit a position today. Let me bring my little chart over here. I did exit sold 150 of SEDG at 104.31. That was my profit target. And if you look at that, I'm not sure which workspace that's in. Well, let's see what happened. Let me show you what happened. Let me look at my workspace here. I have to mess around. Okay, it's in, I can't see it. Active longs 03. Alright. So we go here, and I'm just spontaneously telling you about stuff. Here's SEDG, and here's what it did. It went up to 104.91. Whatever it was, 104.31, and sold. Now it's at 102.65, if you can see it there. And what happened is, on the opening, in the first hour of trading, it really moved. Let me show you. Market depth. I just created a simple 5-minute bar chart here to show you. And what happened. And it'll take a second. But what happens is, there's sometimes the stock will just really rally beyond where it's normally going to go, because people get too excited. So, if you have an idea of a good profit target, because you run something like TradeStation, well, and you have the right program to run, of course, it'll do like it did here. Now, it's not really showing my order. I would have to get this set up here. Let me see here. Data. I'm farting around here. Sorry, people, but I'm just farting around here real time to give you an idea of just what I do, what the things are that you can do, like if you have TradeStation. And so here it is. That shows right there. See that? It shows where I exited. So wouldn't you be someone who likes to get out at a price like that and then see it pull back down? Now it's slowly inching back up. Maybe it'll get back up there, but you know what? I'd say that might be a high for a few weeks at least. So nonetheless, there's a time to get into a stock and a time to get out. And now here's some other ones I've got. CPA, I actually don't have that. I've traded it recently. Now, so let's review a few things. The Dow right now is up 319. Let's get this out of here. Here's the McClellan. I'm going to expand this out. Here's the McClellan oscillator. I've been telling you about this, and you'll have to look it up to see how you calculate it, but it's all about advances and declines, and it's a way of looking at the market rallying and the market pulling back. So here was towards the end of March when it broke out of the big downtrend and took off. It took off way here to overpriced, and then pulled up back to below this trend line on the oscillator, which isn't surprising, but it went down to zero, and then now it's bouncing off that zero line. So it's looking to rally again is what it's looking to do. Let me expand this. But guaranteed it's not going to go any higher than 300. This was a big rally here. So now the initial motivation for this rally has expired. And a lot has to do with there being hope now. As I said before, we're looking at hope that the coronavirus thing will be resolved. So because stocks are so oversold, now people are looking at bargains as compared to previous prices, and they're rallying the stocks. This is the undoing, unfortunately, because things really aren't good. But nonetheless, that's what's going on. And I expect to see the McClellan oscillator rally. I expect to see a few more days of rally, and it's going to stay up here in positive territory, and then it's probably going to lose its momentum and will be drifting down into negative territory, and there will be a sell zone. So once again, here's the summation McClellan oscillator, which is headed up, and if it pulls back, meaning if the McClellan oscillator goes negative, then it will pull back and go down some. I'm expecting that it's not going to be a big sell-off, but I expect a little sell-off. And let's see here. Gold. Gold is really moving. Gold dollar showing strength. But I'm not into gold mining stocks. Here's a weekly chart of the dollar, and it's staying strong because pretty much the whole world is feeling it, and they still look to the dollar as being stronger than anything else. So that's your overall market assessment. So now we come down here and we'll look at specific stocks. Well, here's an airline stock, CPA, kind of headed up towards its 50-day moving average. That's what this is, the 50-day moving average. We will see if it can beat that. I doubt it. Nonetheless, it's still in a little bit of a rally mode. Airlines talked today about how ticket prices were going to be going higher, and because they're going to have to honor social distancing. So with a great amount of reduced flights and reduced passengers, they're still going to fly, it appears. I do have some AAL. It's not really doing very well. And let's see. And here's the SEDG I told you about. So let's see if I've got anything else to show you. The bottom line is, when you were seeing a real crash in the economy, a real bailout by the Fed, who's trying to keep this boat afloat, we're still looking at the 50-day moving average as being resistance. So here in this stock called Trex, which has good earnings, it's rallied up to that 50-day moving average, and it's going to have a really difficult time going above it. So pretty much, when I had some stocks that I thought I might buy, I looked at that 50-day moving average and I said, nope. So I'm saying from this point, a lot of stocks have made it up to this 50-day moving average. They're going to run out of steam at that point. Historically, that's kind of seen as being the overhead resistance, they call it, for stocks. And I would not be a buyer of a stock if you see the 50-day moving average here is about where it's at, and it's declining. That is very negative. So that's why I'm expecting a few more days of rallying and then a pullback in the overall market. And it won't be as nasty as before, but it will be nasty because things aren't really good. Every day there's bad news, just about, and only a little bit of good news. So with that, I will pretty much call it quits. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and keep posted. Look at some of my other videos. I'll have some links up here on the right side of your screen, and you click on them, look at some of my past videos. It's all pretty cool. Thanks, my buddies. Take care.